Hi everyone, so Carlsen won the Super Grand Chess Tour in event in Poland. Today I will show you his game against MVL. Let's quickly jump into the game. So Carlsen was black, and after e4 he played c6, and after d4, d5, main moves, and here MVL opted for e5, which is so-called advanced variation. Here also we can play knight to c3, which is classical variation, or we can even take here, which is exchange variation. But e5 is most popular these days and most challenging for black. Bishop f5 was played by Carlsen. Here also we can play c5. It's the very popular move these days. After second most popular after bishop to f5. And here h4 was played. So the threat is to play g5. Let's say if we go knight to d7, then not g5, g4 of course. Now if bishop goes here, then we can play h5, and actually this would trap a bishop. So black has to react after this move. Carlsen played h5 move, which prevents white from playing g4. Bishop to d3 was played, and yes, also I forgot to mention that in this position, instead of h4, we can also play knight here, and after e6, bishop to e2. This is so-called Niger short variation in Caro-Kann. I mean short variation on short. h5, bishop d3. Now Carlsen took the bishop, queen takes, and here very nice move, queen to a5. And the point is that after knight to d2 we can play queen to a6, and we want to exchange these queens. Let's say if not queen to a5, if we would play knight to a6. Now e6 move is very dangerous, because if we take this pawn, now knight to f3, and let's say if we do a random move, b6, now knight can jump here, and yeah, actually black is a mating track, mating net, yes. So e6 is quite common move in this kind of positions. Even after queen to a6, MVL played e6 move, but now it's not that dangerous because black exchanges the queens. Now we take on f7, king takes, we take on d3, knight d7, we develop this knight on the nice square, knight d to f3, knight h6, knight h3. Now this knight is very dangerous. We go on g5 square, knight f5. So now check, king has to go to g8, knight e6. White is better in these positions. Knight are very good in close positions. G6 prepare bishop to g7 and maybe go here. Castle. So now bishop to g7 was played. White mustn't allow this bishop to come to f6, because then this pawn will be quite in big trouble. Knight takes bishop, king takes, rook to e1. We place the rook on half open file, of course. Now we have to defend this pawn, or even over defend it. Rook on f file, king g2, and after a5, b3, a rook to a8 was played. Now this was very nice plan by Carlsen. He wants to go here, or even if white allows, he can play a4. So MVL understood that, and he prevent black from playing a4. Now rook f to e8 was played, bishop to a3, another good move. We pressure this pawn, rook a6, rook e2, maybe white's tried to double. So black stop him by playing rook to b6. Now this pawn is under attack, rook b1, and here king to f6 was played. Very good move by MVL, bishop to c1, king g7, and now also very good move, bishop to d2. So black has problems with this pawn, and also he's not allowing a rook to come to b4 and take this pawn with the knight. Rook a6 was played, knight g5, now some nasty checks here, and here there's very nice line. You may wonder why black cannot take this pawn. If we take this pawn, then bishop to c3, the knight is pinned, c5, now we can take the knight, cd, and after knight to e6, king f7, we don't even take this pawn, but we rather play knight to c7, which forks the rooks, rook b6, and now we can just take the rook here on e8, and white is better, yes. Okay, so king g8 was played, knight e6, rook c8, rook e2, e1, knight f8, and here the best move for white would be to go with knight to g5, but MVL played knight to f4, and this square, knight here blocks, occupies square for a bishop. So after knight to g5, rook c7, it would be better to have bishop here and knight here. So this bishop is quite strong on f4. But knight f4 occupies it for a bishop, king f7, bishop to c3, b5, very nice move by Carlsen. He's opening up a position, and his rook will came alive, rook e5, rook b8, and here rook to c1 was slight inaccuracy. Here it's very funny move, because after rook here, actually Stockfish recommends playing rook back. So going here, rook here, and going back. And what's the point? If we take the pawn, we take it back, and after rook to b6, we can just take, and rook a1 can be played, and we attack this pawn, and after rook to a6, position is equal. But after rook to c1, Carlsen took ba4, and now rook b3 is very strong, right? Rook will come here, king h3, rook a3, so this pawn is under attack, and black is already better. Here white should play slowly with f3 and g4, but MVL played g4 right away. H takes g4, king takes, and here e6 was played by Carlsen. h5, we take the pawn, king takes on h5, and look at this king, it's quite in danger for potential checks. And actually this happened, check on g7, king g4. Now we take the pawn, knight h3, knight h7, and as you can see in this closed position, bishop is quite bad, and knights are trailing in the closed position. Rook to b1, rook a7, we have to prevent white from coming here on b7. And rook b6 was a mistake, because now Carlsen finds very nice move. What would you play in this position? Yes, you can pause the video. The right solution is knight to f6 check. Okay, but you may say, okay, it's only check. But after king to f3, we have this nice move, knight to d7, and we fork again the rooks to both rooks. Knight g5 was played, another slight inaccuracy, but white was already lost. King g6, and now we just, after knight takes e6, we just take this rook with a check, and actually in this position, MVL resigned. Let's see what would happen if white takes. We can take this knight here, and black is rook up. So congratulations to Carlsen. He fought really well. He was the best player, and yes, and hopefully I think on Monday we will see him again in Norway chess. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.